Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Abrazo Mate Football Podcast. We got Brooks in Barcelona and myself, Blaine, in the great state of Utah. It's actually not that great, but it's a state and it's where I reside. So let's get straight into it, Brooks. Last night we had the UEFA Champions League final in Paris. Okay, Liverpool versus the greatest club in the history of the European competition, the Real Madridistas from Real Madrid. What are your first impressions? Well, what were your thoughts going into the game?
Thoughts going into the game were, I was just like, I don't care. I don't care who wins this. I'm not a fan of either team. I guess it would be cool, since I live in Spain, if a Spanish team won it. But other than that, I didn't really care. I don't know. I don't know. It was just so weird to me because I was like, I know these are probably some of the biggest teams in world football, but I just don't care about either team. So to me, it was like watching. I don't know. To me, it was like watching Madrid and Liverpool. I don't care, but I know that to more than half of the footballing world, that was massive. So I didn't really care. I told a friend, I was like, look, I don't care. I want this to go into penalty after penalty after penalty, and they just give the title to Arsenal. I don't know.
You didn't care. Okay. Well, you didn't care, but who did you think was going to win? Coming into it, what were your thoughts in that regard?
So, yeah, I didn't care, but I guess we can cut all that out. But yeah, so essentially I didn't care, but once the game started, I was like, oh, okay. So I was just like, Madrid, once it started, I was like, oh, I kind of want Madrid to win. Because, Liverpool was just firing shot after shot after shot. And Thibaut Courtois was coming through so hard for the Madrid boys. He was amazing. And so I was like, I think I told him, all Madrid needs is just, one shot. And that's kind of, all it took. They had a couple shots on goal the whole game. Liverpool had, 28. But, yeah, coming into the game, I kind of was, again, not that sure. But once all that stuff happened to Liverpool fans, I was like, ooh, this doesn't bode well. Then, it was apparent that FIFA wanted Madrid to win. They got a Hispanic performer, which I'm cool with. She's out there speaking Spanish to the crowd. It says "Hola" in the dancers. They're all wearing Spanish colors. So I was like, yeah, I think there's only one way this can go.
Yo, I'm in total agreement, man. They wanted Madrid to feel right at home. Madrid fans, they didn't get fake tickets.
Nope.
They didn't get tear gassed. They were slid into the stadium 60 minutes before kickoff. On the other side of the stadium, tear gas, bullets,
accusations of fake tickets. Andy Robertson's like, my boy was the one that said there was a fake ticket, but I got him that ticket. So there's no way that that was a fake ticket.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see what happened, but it didn't surprise me, but I'm curious to see what the fallout is. But I'm like, yeah. Imagine being a Liverpool fan. It's our fans are out there being pepper sprayed. What went wrong? What are we doing wrong? And then, the ceremony. But the thing that stood out the most to me, if I'm being honest, so I think it was 2 seasons ago, or maybe it was 3 seasons ago, Madrid. Yeah, it had to have been 3 years ago. Madrid and Liverpool met in the final.
Yeah.
Ramos broke Mohamed Salah's arm. They get the win, they walk off, they beat in the chest. Okay, we roll around this time. Salah talking mad spicy.
Salah was talking
about revenge, talking about this one's for the city, blah, blah, blah. And as soon as he started talking, so in FIFA, if you play FIFA on EA Sports, you can do a press conference before every game.
In the video game, you can do that?
In the video game. And they'll be like, yo, so you're the manager, so they'll be like, yo, coach, what do you think of your opponents? So you can either say something complimentary, oh, they're a very good team, it's going to be a good competition. You can disrespect them and be like, yo, we about to get revenge. Or you can ice them out and be like, yo, man, they're a favorite, we're just happy to be here. Kind of play the underdog.
Okay.
But if you ever disrespect them and say yeah, man, this is going to be easy, or we out here for revenge, they crank the difficulty up to the roof and you never win those games. Or if you do, it's by a miracle. So when Salah was like, yo, this is about revenge. And then there was the column that came out from Sky Sports and they're like top 10 goalkeepers and Courtois wasn't there. I was like, okay, these guys are like taking this personally now. Like even if they don't win, like they're not going to lay down. And you know, it's just it's unfortunate because like they didn't talk. They were just like, yeah, we're focused on the game. They were respectful. Liverpool arrogant. They thought they were going for a quadruple. Ended up with a meaningless double. I don't know, man. I was happy for Madrid. You know.
Yeah, you're right.
They had a tough week. Mbappe told them he wasn't coming there. And like, okay, fine, we're gonna show him too. This one's for him. Show him we don't need you. Then if you don't want to be a part of the greatest club in the history of the competition, stay in Paris and you know do it your way. But we're gonna show you we don't need you. So yeah, shout out to Courtois. Heck of a game. We got to talk about the Benzema goal that was called off though. People were mad about that. I mean, I understand it, but in my opinion, that's a stupid rule.
That's a stupid rule. Plus, nobody knew what was going on, much less the refs on the field and the VAR. It took them forever to figure that out.
And then they added like 30 seconds at the end of the half. But it's
like
what the goalkeeper can come out basically as far as he wants, and he's just a defender. Now, like you can't beat your offsides if you're behind the goalkeeper. And then it's like, was it a pass? Was it intentional? I mean, it's just the whole thing. But I mean, it was all the drama was not in vain.
Yeah, you told me, you were like, well, first of all, yeah, like I guess, I mean, I think this happened to Arsenal this season too, where they had a goal, but the keeper was ahead of the guy. So technically, you have to have, if the keeper's not behind you, then you have to have two outfield players behind you if the keeper's ahead.
Yeah.
So obviously, though, like what you said, like Fabinho knew what he was doing. It wasn't like a weird deflection. This dude was diving in for the ball, kicking it that direction. Yeah. It fell to Benzema. He put it in. I don't understand. That's the part I don't understand. Like, yeah, okay, the rule fine, but yeah, but I mean, whatever. It still fell in Madrid's favor in both ways. So yeah, that was crazy though. I feel like that was one of the most nonchalantly, but obviously in the favor of Madrid. But hey, I guess I dislike Liverpool so much that I guess I'm happy that Madrid won it, but I just don't really care. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's probably it then. Don Carlo Ancelotti, 4th Champions League. Congratulations, hats off to him. He made history after he won La Liga for, you know, five top leagues, 5 titles. Now, history again, 4 Champions Leagues, only manager to ever do it. I don't know if he's the greatest manager of all time, man, but respect him.
But yeah, he's pretty close because he already won it with Madrid, right? He won it with Madrid a few years ago when he came to take over, and then
this is back to back with Madrid for him.
So I mean, he made history this week. Earlier this week, Jose Mourinho made history with Roma. So I mean, 2 of the greatest coaches to ever do it. I don't know who's better. I think that I like the way that Ancelotti approaches things maybe more than Jose Mourinho, but you can't dispute that those are 2 of some of the greatest to ever do it. You know.
Bro, here's the thing. People always talk about, they're like, okay, you gotta be there. I just feel like the favor is always in the winner is always going to the person I feel like that's been there before. It's like, okay, Carlo Ancelotti, he's done this before. Yeah. Jurgen Klopp has done it before. But Carlo, he did it 3 other times. Benzema did it, but Liverpool, some of the team did it, right? They won one, but it's in the Madrid DNA, right? And then they got a keeper, a disgruntled, a keeper that's legitimately disgruntled and at war with an entire nation because he felt disrespected.
Rightfully so, too. This dude.
Rightfully so. It was justified. Justified.
That was disrespect.
And then you got a couple of young guys, right? You got a couple of young guys that have never been there before. And then you got other players that you brought into the club that have all been there before. So I'm like, it's just mentally, it's they were I don't know. It's just I almost feel bad for Liverpool because it's almost like they've been traumatized. And the only time they won it, they arguably won the easiest
Oh,
Champions
I
League of all
mean,
time
yeah, Tottenham,
against
come
the
on.
Spurs. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not. I don't even know if I would mention that to anybody. That's just me. And then you look at Madrid, Leo. Like, and here's the other thing, man. Like this English bias, and I was born over there, so I'm a little bit English biased. But Madrid beat Chelsea, defending champions of Europe. They beat Paris, right? Went to a semifinal, champions of League, right? Where's it at? Right here. Okay. What else? They beat Man City, champions or winners of the Premier League. Who else did they beat? Oh, and Liverpool. Like they beat four. Like let's just say top five clubs. They beat four of the top best clubs in the world on their way to winning the thing, and Liverpool is over here just going through a cakewalk.
Yeah.
Not a cakewalk. But it wasn't the same. It
It
wasn't the
wasn't the
same
same.
path. I'm just
Yeah.
saying there were two different. It was like when Croatia made it to the final, and France had to spank them. France had to spank them. They're like, listen, y'all. You guys were on that easy path like us. We had to take down Argentina.
Yeah.
We had to go against Belgium. Like, we had to go through some of the people that they thought was going to win it. You guys just only had to knock out England.
Yeah, I
You're
mean,
going to be disrespectful about
they always say, like, you got to beat the best to be best. I'm like, no, you don't, because, like, most of the time these draws seem like they're favoring one side or the other. But in this case,
exactly.
Madrid definitely beat the best teams to become the best team. So that was not an easy draw for them. Like, none of those games were easy. So one of the announcers was like, Madrid's been down, like, the last, I think it's like 3 or 4 games they played up until the 75th minute. They're in uncharted territory because they're ahead in the 75th minute because they have to keep coming back, So, I mean, it's just like you said it. Like, Liverpool should, first of all, most of all, what are you doing talking? Like, what are you doing talking like that?
And never do that.
Second of all, Liverpool or Madrid knew the plan that Liverpool was going to come. Like, they're going to attack. They've got a good defense, so they can kind of keep pressing you, which they did. Madrid felt like they knew their game plan of like, all right, we need like 1, maybe 2 chances just to catch them off a bit. And I mean, it worked perfectly. So really hats off to Madrid. That game was amazing. I mean, they did an amazing job. Courtois, again, incredible. So yeah, it was a way better game to watch than I thought it would be.
Yeah. Do you agree? Courtois, I mean, I feel like it's unanimous. He had to be man of the match. There was no other choice.
No question. Yeah, no question. I mean, it wasn't, yeah, no I mean, question. Vinny's goal was awesome. Like, right, like he had to put it in. It wasn't anything difficult, like not to like take away from that goal. But he had nothing to do with like what Courtois did. That was something else.
Yeah. It's like, I feel like for me, like when you look at it, like, the goal won it. Now, first off, Valverde, that was a shot, bro.
It was a shot.
But that's the crazy part to me is like because he couldn't do that on purpose. The fact that it was a shot, the defense couldn't do anything because that thing was coming in like a rocket.
Right.
I mean, Vinny fell over after he made contact. It knocked him over.
That was power.
But, yeah. So I'm like, Vinny, like, and this is one of the scenarios where I'm just like, okay, like he did his job. He was there for the tap in, but Courtois, he exceeded expectations. Like the Salah block, the Mane block off the line, some of the like recoveries.
Yeah.
Man, it's like he wasn't expected to make those saves. Like I don't know, man. That's just I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever see a performance. I feel like he just set the bar for what like a final goalkeeper's performance is supposed to look like. And I doubt we see it again because I mean Mane, Salah, like Luis Diaz, like these are good guys. These are world-class guys putting like, and it's not like they were like fluke shots. I don't know, man. Anyway, congrats. Great season.
The one thing I will say against Madrid is not against Madrid, but mostly like their fans. And I get it. Like, you are the greatest club in the world to play in this competition. One of the greatest clubs ever in the world. But specifically speaking about Champions League, they're going at Mbappe hard. I'm like, dude, like you don't have to get a jersey printed with Mbappe's name and the number 0 underneath it.
I saw it.
That's messed up. If you ever want him to come to Madrid, like if it was me and I was seeing this, I'm like, okay, who's your biggest rival? Barca? Awesome. See you in 3 years. Like that would be like.
Yeah, I just switched.
Yeah.
Because bro, it's not like you're like, yeah, sure, you can be mad at the guy, but you've just shown him and the world we don't need you.
Yeah.
So if you decide you want to come, like maybe it won't be that big a deal anymore because you're joining the best in the world. Like we won the
Yeah.
league, we won the Champions League. We didn't win the Copa del Rey, but let some other teams eat out here too. Now if you want to come with us, that's fine. But we ain't gotta kick you. Like we ain't down. We ain't down. We up. We up. We've never been higher. Smoking
Yeah.
cigars down at the Circle. Anyway, so yeah, I get that though. Yeah, and I saw that picture too. I was just like, man, chill.
Yeah,
Like you should be
seriously.
celebrating. You should be celebrating, not defaming the star boy
Right.
that you wanted to sign.
Put
That
up the Benzema
he didn't
jersey
know you
instead.
anything. Put up the number 9, man. Put up a Courtois jersey.
Right,
Like we shouldn't even
seriously.
be talking about Mbappe right now. You guys just won a Champions League against Liverpool,
Yeah.
who was the heavy favorite. Okay. Dang, what else? I feel like it's been a few weeks since we've been on. What else is going around
Yeah,
the leagues,
Mbappe
man? So
signed,
I know.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he's staying in Paris, man. What do you think about that? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I think everybody who's ever talked to me knows that I'm very happy. Obviously, I didn't want him to go to Madrid because, I live and love Barcelona, but I wanted to stay there. I want to stay at PSG. I want him to do something for his, city. I love when, people stay. I love when, you do it for your hometown, and this is kind of like what I hope that he accomplishes. I mean, even he said it was it was a footballing decision, but it was a personal decision. Like it was a heartfelt decision. He's a Parisian boy. He loves the city. He loves the club. His family is there. His friends are there. It's kind of all he knows. I mean, Monaco, I guess, for a couple of years, but I like it. I'm happy that he stays. Now I just hope that they can put something together, get a better coach, and win the Champions League. Like, come on, let's just finally get this done. Get this off of their shoulders. So I'm happy about it. The contract, the details weren't even that much different. So people are out here criticizing his name, saying that he only cares about money. They're calling him something with PayPal and PayPal or something. I forget what it is, but now one of the new nickname. Yeah. So it's dude, the contract deals were essentially the same. PSG offered him 3 years at 50 mil. Madrid offered him 5 years at 30 mil. So it would have come out the same. I mean, I think that the signing bonuses were a little different. Maybe PSG offered him a little bit more to stay at 30 million maybe instead of, I don't know, 130 for versus 100, something crazy. But the contract was the same. So it's not like he's doing this for money. So anyway, I'm happy.
I might have to disagree with you.
All right, yeah. What are your thoughts?
But then again, I don't know what the figures are.
No.
But just let's just say I'm disagreeing with you.
Yeah.
And let's say the contracts were different.
Okay.
So what? Find me one. It's not like he's playing at Newcastle. Find me one person who wouldn't stay at their hometown, where they're from, in the country that they're from, with an opportunity to beat Cavani's scoring record, win a first Champions League, win a first World Cup Champions League, and all these trophies that Paris has never won,
right?
And make stupid money in the process. Without all of this, without having to deal with the pressure of playing for Real Madrid, and you're 22 years old, knowing that even when you come out of this contract, you still haven't hit your prime. You're only 25.
Yeah.
It's like why, okay, I'll stay here another 3 seasons. Madrid will always be there.
Always.
And people say, okay, they might shut the door. This might have been his only opportunity. Bogus. That's bogus. They're in the business of winning. They're in the big business of being the best. And if Mbappe still wanted to go there in 3 years after he achieved his dreams in Paris, Florentino Perez would have a door waiting, he would
wide
have
open,
a private jet waiting to pick him up from what's the airport? Charles de Gaulle. They fly him right out. So that's my 2 cents. I'm personally also glad that he stayed, because rooting for Real Madrid, I mean, it doesn't feel right.
No.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was rooting for him.
Yeah, you had the Liverpool jersey on last night.
We'll show some kids, man. I was watching the game with the jersey. The curse is still alive and well, man. They couldn't get straight. They couldn't get right. Man. So, but yeah, shout out to PSG. Shout out to Mbappe. I feel like I heard rumors they're gonna have to let Neymar go. In my opinion, if you're over 27 years old, clear him out. there's so many good young players on the market. Go get them. You got the money. Go get them. Go get Lautaro Martinez if you want him. Go get Ousmane Dembele if you want him. Go get Serge Gnabry from Bayern Munich. Go get Chris Nkunku. Bring him back.
Yeah.
RB Leipzig
Yeah.
boy. Who else? Who just won MVP over in Italy? Rafael Leao, the kid from AC Milan. Just any young prospect that has potential, like go get him, and then like figure it out. I don't know.
But do you think that there's any? Sorry, go ahead.
I don't have anything else.
Oh, I was gonna say, do you think that there's any like there's any advantage in having a couple like older players that are not even like an Ibrahimovic, but I guess like an Ibrahimovic or a Messi or someone who has won everything and who has done it all, like maybe a Chris Smalling who's at Roma right now, or someone like. Do you think that there's any value in that, or do you just want to close out all the old dudes, bring in all the young, new, fast, quick?
Well, here's the thing. Here's where I'm at with that. So like Zlatan at AC Milan this season, or I guess purists call it Milan.
Milan.
Blah, blah, whatever. Milan. Listen to me. Okay, was he involved in that many goals in that many games? Be honest.
No.
Okay, but he was in that locker room.
Yeah.
Influencing kids, pressuring people, stressing people the F out. I think there's value there.
Yeah.
I think you saw with, but here's the other thing. It's also in his DNA, right? He's an AC Milan guy.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I feel like there's been other situations where you got like other guys like Marcelo at Real Madrid might be another situation where he's just mentoring the people. I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like I value that, and I feel like there's definitely like in the finals, like you had Dirk Nowitzki traveling with the Dallas Mavericks, for morale. Like I think there's value in that. I just, I feel like you got to find it at the right cost. Like
not $30 million a year for a 30-year-old.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Messi definitely would bring that value, and if they brought in like some more players that he could influence, like I feel like that's worth it, but not at the expense of, you know what I mean? Like Zlatan wasn't there at the expense of them having
you're right.
other players. He was happy to be there, and he wasn't like moaning for game time. He's just like, yo, I'm here. I'm strictly here to help you guys win your first Scudetto in 11 years.
Yeah, and since I won it for you.
And like that, like I love that story because I mean, first off, I got guys I got a lot of love for playing on the team. Olivier Giroud's out there, Fik Tamori, Zlatan, a few other guys that I can't think of right now, but like I don't know. I think you can keep them, just not at the expense of like building a team. So it's like if you want to stay. Like like I'm beating around the bush. I'm talking about Messi right now. Like, or I mean, it's Messi though. Keep him. Maybe his next season will be different. But at the same time, he also fed Mbappe like 50 goals.
Yeah. But so I mean, at that point though, like when you have an Mbappe, I feel like I would be able to feed him goals. This dude, because he's always at the right place at the right time. He has the speed to get to almost any ball. And he creates for himself as well. He's not he's a left. He plays on the left wing, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So they don't have an attacker either. They don't. I mean, they have him, but Mario Icardi sits on the bench. Who plays in that number 9 slot?
Messi, wasn't he?
But is he in it, or is he more like he's because he drops back like a false 9 almost? Like they just don't have a Haaland.
I mean that's where they have him. But he's not a striker. But it's just like you got Neymar. He's gonna play off the right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean
that's the interesting.
In my opinion, go get Lautaro Martinez, man. He's a dog. Go get Lautaro Martinez. I like the kid. I don't know what the feeling is on the kid. I like the kid.
Lautaro?
I'm a huge Lautaro.
Absolutely, yeah. Argentina. I mean, gotta keep.
Man, go get him.
Yeah.
Give him the number 10 shirt. Replace Neymar. As much as I love Neymar, if Paris is gonna do anything, unless Neymar is gonna like get serious and give it like another 2 seasons, which I don't know.
I
don't know if he can mentally do it. So love Neymar. Go give that number 10 shirt. I'm sorry, Messi. Go give it to Lautaro Martinez. Bring that Argentine from Inter Milan.
Yeah.
And then get Chris Nkunku. And then Bele can play on the right side. Keep playing in Paris, man. It'll be easy for him. It'll be easy for him.
Yeah.
Play, won't get injured. And then maybe they can put together a champion.
I agree. However, you do need to get a defense sorted. I would have brought Rudiger. I mean, obviously this dude was free. He's going to Madrid. Man, that was a big miss, I feel like, on PSG's part.
That was a big miss, dude. That was, letting him go to Madrid was, that's great for Madrid.
It's great for Madrid.
Yeah. And then I'm looking, like they need a left back and another central defender, but
and not Sergio Ramos.
Not yet. Terminate his contract tomorrow. As far as I care, it's like Sergio Ramos was a great player for Real Madrid, but that chapter is done.
So it's closed, done. Let me just make sure it's still recording. So done. Okay, good.
Get rid of Jorginho Wijnaldum, man. He was completely vacant. Go get, man. I don't know. I feel like there's good players out there, and you can get them for a price, man. And PSG they got the money, so
they do have the money. But you bring up a good point. Like, we'll close out this on. Just want to say, like, you're totally right. Like, they brought in too many aging players, or too many. Like they brought in Messi, they brought in Jorginho Wijnaldum, they brought in Ramos. You don't need that much experience in that kind of talent. Like, it's one of those guys would have been more than enough. But whatever.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, man. And then there's so much speculation. The summer's early, but I want to get your thoughts on this. So moving back to the Premier League. So Man City just won their 4th title in 5 years, something stupid like that.
Crazy.
You got to respect it. It is what it is. They do that. They sign Erling Haaland. Do you think that's going to make a difference for them in the Champions League?
I think so. I think so. It's definitely something that, they seemed to be lacking a bit in Champions League, I guess, was obviously scoring more goals than the other team. So I think it was you that said, I don't remember who said it, like, maybe they're just more built for a long-term Premier League season, but they're just so close to being also built to win a Champions League that this might be the extra. If you think about it, they were outscored by Madrid really just in the last 5 minutes. And then last season in the final, they were outscored by 1 goal. It's like, if they can just get another couple goals here and there, then that's really all they need. We're not talking about, there are the questions of will he score 20 plus, but we're talking about the question that you're asking, right, is in the Champions League, will he be the one that's enough to push them through?
I'm talking about a situation like if they could get a Fernando Torres at Chelsea situation where you could be the difference in a semifinal of getting 1 goal. Like you said,
1 goal, right?
You don't even need 20. If he only scored 4 goals and they all came in the Champions League and it got them across the board, that's worth the money.
It's absolutely worth the money. Yeah,
that was worth the transfer. It's like you talk about quantity or you talk about quality.
Yeah.
A goal in a quarterfinal, a goal in a semifinal, and a goal in a final is the difference between Liverpool going from a quadruple to a worthless double.
Yeah.
It's the difference between Man City making it to another UCL final.
Yeah.
But
so I think that he can be the one. Obviously there's his injury record or whatever, but he's still super young. I do think that City has such a good relationship with some of the best doctors in the world. Like, every time any one of their guys gets hurt, they fly him up to one of these doctors here in Spain to work on one of their ligaments or knees or whatever, and then they're back within pretty quickly. So I don't really know. Obviously, that's an entirely different story. But if he can stay healthy, which I think that he can, let's do this. I'm excited. I hope that he can be the one to pull them through, on the Champions League side. He's definitely going to be given a ton of chances in the league, in the Premier League, to score a ton of goals. And I just hope that he can perform for them on Champions League. And I really do think that he can, because he's done it, for Dortmund. He did it for Leipzig. So,
okay.
Yeah, I think so.
I tell you this. I don't know if I want him to do it, but I think he can, and I think they can. Not saying that I'm in favor of that. Not saying I want to see it happen. I'm just saying I think it's a real possibility.
I just want that to happen for Pep's sake. Like, let's just stop this nonsense of like him not being a good coach, right? Like, I just got to get it. He just has to win.
About Pep. Yeah, he has to win. He needs.
He has to.
They're gonna keep disrespecting, but at the same time, I'm like, yo, what about PSG, man? They also got something. It's like there's like two people in contention right now that are both fighting for like the last shred of respect.
Yeah,
Pep Guardiola and Paris Saint-Germain.
Yes,
you know, because it's like Messi won Champions Leagues. Neymar won a Champions League when he was in Barcelona.
Yeah,
you know, and so it's like the players, it's not the players, it's the club. Like Mbappe will win Champions Leagues at some point. It's not the players, it's PSG. And Pep's won Champions Leagues. It's just Man City and Pep.
Yeah.
Or it's like you can't do it unless you have Messi. So, I mean, there's two people trying to prove a point. And I feel like next season it's going to be one of the two. But, or I mean, I don't want to say that and be wrong, but I feel like realistically, I feel like that's what it's going to boil down to. Plus, with a World Cup in Qatar, and both of those clubs are like ran by Gulf states, man, I feel like they're both like going to be sending a strong message, right? You know,
I think you're right. I mean, kind of going, I guess maybe back to PSG just a bit. Like, do you think though? Because I think they need a new coach. Pochettino's not the one. Do you think that? I mean, Zizou was there at the game last night. He's French. There's always been rumors about him. With Mbappe as the new sporting director / owner / captain / is Zizou going to come in and be the new coach this season or not? Because like he can't do it with Pochettino.
Yeah, Punch got to go. I think it would have to be Zinedine Zidane, man, because I'm thinking about like he's not getting the French job.
Yeah,
you know,
at least not yet.
Not this year. At least not yet. And you know, Madrid would be stupid to let Carlo Ancelotti go right now. And you know, also he's already coached Madrid twice.
Yeah, come on, move on.
Yeah, that chapter is done, man. Like, I don't even go back. Like, you're your God tier status,
right?
Man, right now, you're God tier manager. So, you know, that you have nothing left to prove in Madrid. Like, the fans love you. You won everything you could possibly win in shocking fashion. So, yeah, Paris. I think Zidane. Players want to play for him. He's like one of those coaches. You know what I mean? Like, you want to play for him, and like, if they won it with him. I don't even know what I would do. I don't even know what I would say. It's like, I don't want to say I would be surprised because that everything he's done would indicate that's where he can take you.
Yeah.
But I would just be like, I've never seen a manager I'm not being disrespectful, with so little experience, but so much experience at the same time, achieve so much. It's like, yo, I'm that guy. He didn't win 3 Champions Leagues, but did he win 2?
2?
He's won 3 Champions Leagues.
I thought it was 3. Is it only 2? He won.
I thought
he won 1 or 2 his first time, and then came back and won another one.
I thought it was 1 or 2 the first time, and then the La Liga.
Oh,
so
okay.
That's what it might have been. So it might have been back to back in La Liga. Yeah, look it up.
Okay. So with Madrid, he won the Champions League 15-16, 16-17. 17-18.
Wow.
That's 3 times in a row? How did we not?
So, bro.
That's crazy.
Bro, he's more than God tier status. Then, yeah, you got. And then when he came back for his second stint, he won the league, right?
Oh, okay. That's what it is. So he won La Liga 16-17 and then 19-20.
He won it twice?
Yeah, 16-17, 19-20.
Oh. Okay, man, yo, go to PSG and show those boys the light.
Go to PSG because that's
show them the light.
You can basically go to PSG for the length of Mbappe's contract, or you could just go for 2 years, right? Then you can, when the World Cup preparations really start to kick in 2 years from this winter, take up that France job. You can do it. You can do both. You could do both. There's 4 years and a half from the new. For the next World Cup.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about one last thing, Brooks.
Okay.
Hold up. How long have we been on? I have no idea. Hold on. Oh, all right. It don't matter. 35 minutes.
Okay.
So this is the last thing, at least the last thing I want to talk about. If you have another topic. So obviously, Liverpool are a bunch of losers. They had the contract situation with their two starmen, right?
Yeah.
Salah, Mane. Salah came out when he was doing all this publicity. They both have 1 year left on their contract. Salah comes out and he says, "I'm staying." Okay. He said, "I'm staying." He didn't say I'm extending my contract. Right. He just said, "I'm staying. I got 1 year left. I'm staying." That doesn't even necessarily mean that Liverpool don't want to sell him. Mane comes out after they lose. He said, "I'm done." He hasn't been sold. He also has a year on his contract, but he said he's leaving. Heavily linked to Bayern Munich. My question, I guess I just want to get your thoughts on, Sadio Mane leaving. Where do you think he should go? Is Bayern the right place for him to go? And, do you think, and I kind of feel like it was like a thing where Liverpool felt like they couldn't keep both, so they could only show love to one person. It was the person with the golden boot. And I kind of hope it comes back to backfire. I'm thinking it will. Not because they chose or Salah over Mane or whatever it ended up being, but I'm just like, if you have two stars like this, you don't make a decision. You tell me, what does it take for you? Okay, there you go. What is it going to take to get you to stay? Okay, there you go. I'm keeping both of you. I feel like this is this will come back to be the beginning of their demise.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like it's wildly terrible decision in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, because I feel like you really need both of those guys for. Well, here's the thing. So Salah obviously is undoubtedly incredible, especially mostly, almost only with this Liverpool side. You had him at Chelsea. We had him in Roma. He wasn't this guy. And so obviously, in my opinion, he needs a Sané with him. That's what I think. So I feel like Sané, he's kind of, he's awesome. He was amazing at Southampton. He always crushed Arsenal with a really weak Southampton team. So I think that him going to Bayern would be amazing because I think that he would fit in well there. I think that he would score a ton of goals there. And I hope to be proven wrong. I think that Salah is a great guy. I would hope that he'd still be able to score all these goals. I don't want him to because I want Liverpool to keep, finishing above Arsenal or whatever. But I think that he needs a Sané or he needs someone that can perform that well with him up on the top in the roles that they play. So yeah, I think that if they get rid of Sané, it will be, like you said, the beginning of the end. It's kind of going to be starting to the crumbling process will start.
Yeah,
because I think he needs someone else up there. I don't know. It's when one doesn't perform, the other outperforms. When one's just kind of average, it's just one of them is always there to just really pick up not only that other one but the whole team. It's really incredible to see that, and I feel like most of the time it's Sadio Mane who's coming through in those clutch moments. He's the one who came closest to scoring. I think twice last night. Salah had a shot, but I don't know. That's what I think, and I think that. Salah really kind of played it cool. He was like, "Oh, I'm coming back," but that's his decision.
That's his decision,
and Liverpool is not going to want to lose him for free next year.
Exactly.
So he can say, "I'm coming back," and Liverpool can be like, "Wait, you got to sign this contract." Oh no, okay, well then we're going to sell you, and then Liverpool looks like the bad guy to the fans and not Salah. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm with you. Yeah, you just can't say I'm coming back. Yeah, bro, you got
you're months. You're gonna come.
You ain't coming back.
Yes.
You ain't
coming back. This is a business.
Did you sign the contract?
Yeah.
You ain't coming back. We'll sell you to Timbuktu for 20 million euros.
Yeah.
Before we let you come here and play. You saw, you ain't leaving for free.
Because they've already made their money back, and if they sell him, they're going to sell him for so much more than they paid Roma for him.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
Don't. Yeah. So you gotta. So I don't know. I just feel like this is arrogance. It's I don't know. And then I guess there's one other thing that I also wanted to say. So just in regards to Liverpool's run for their quadruple or whatever they were trying to achieve, I think so. I think this is the part. So like, I'm gonna bring up another basketball reference. So back when like a few seasons ago, Golden State Warriors, they had like 73 wins and 9 losses in the regular season, best record in the NBA season ever. Went on to lose the finals. Okay, I kind of feel like that was this Liverpool. Okay, doing so good in the Premier League, played every game they could. Like they literally played every game
You're right.
like
I didn't think
every
of
single
that.
game. Every single final, every single competition they were in, they made it to the final, right? And the Premier League, they pushed it right out until the end of the day. So it's like, okay, that looks great on paper, but like, look at your team, man. Look at your team.
Yeah.
Like your team's in shambles. Like your guys look tired. Like you got like Real Madrid. Like okay, yeah, they didn't make it to the Copa del Rey final. But I tell you one thing, they wrapped that La Liga up a month before the Champions League final, and they were on easy street preparing for like you gotta like I feel like that's why you see coaches and it's like okay they send out like the kids like in some of these cases like yo if they just so happen to make it to the final then like we bring the big boys in but like we're not gonna like have like Mane and Salah and like Diego Jota like playing their hearts out in the Carabao Cup group stages like these guys are like they were playing like their star team like we're actively trying to win 4 trophies and I feel like that mentality like yeah it could get you there but ultimately I feel like it came back to bite them where I feel like they would have been more conservative or just like and this might be disrespectful if they would have just resigned to the fact like okay we're behind Man City. Look at Pep Guardiola, right? Look at him, look at that bald head, look at that beard, he's insane. Do you legitimately think like this is the same guy that came back and snatched a championship title out of your hands? They're a better team than you. Okay, that's I got to be honest. They're better than you. Man City's just a better team. You were never gonna come back and snatch a title out of their hands. They were always winning the Premier League. There was never a question about it. You should have just resigned to the fact, started resting your guys. Instead, you got them busting guts in match day 36, 37, and 38 trying to catch a team that they were never going to catch. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Had they rested them, let them get straight, maybe there would be a completely different scenario where they were lifting the trophy. But they were greedy. They were arrogant. And ultimately, I blame the fans for making them feel like they could do it. And that's all I got to say.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. But also on that point, like, Thierry Henry brought this up last night. Like, I think Diogo Jota is awesome, but his point was like Madrid has the far better bench, right? So, so I don't know that maybe. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can fault them for trying to win everything, but the real fact of the matter is they're just not deep enough to. What are you going to put Alexander Oxlade-Chamberlain on there? Like, throw him on to try to win a.
That's true. That's true. I mean, as much as Madrid hates Gareth Bale, you see him play for Wales. He could come off the bench and do something.
Yes, and Hazard too. Like that dude didn't even. Yeah,
Hazard. Yeah, Rodrigo.
Yeah.
I mean, you got and then I mean, like there are other guys like Nacho Monreal. Like he's not like an all-star, but he's not he's no pushover. The Madrid, Henry, and he did say that, their bench, no slouch,
way better. Anyway. Yeah, Gareth Bale, that dude didn't even feature. It's like
nah, bro, he but did you see my thing? He was even happy.
Yeah,
he was. I saw Gareth Bale smiling.
No, because that check had just hit his account, and he's
it activated. They're like, yo, we win the Champions League, you get another $20 million. Yeah, he was like, yo, Marcelo. No, who was he with? He was with Casemiro hanging out.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, I'm gonna buy you a car tonight, man. Thank you. Thank you for also having a game of your life. I'm buying you a car and I'm buying Courtois a house.
Seriously.
I just got $20 million. Shout out to Gareth Bale, man. I love Gareth Bale, though. I can't hate on Gareth Bale. All right, bro, you got anything else for this episode? The last episode of the season? Anything you want to discuss? Any performances you want to shout out? Predictions for the transfer summer window?
I got one for you. Well, first of all, I do want to shout out Tammy Abraham for having the greatest season in the history. Do you think he stays at Roma another year? Because there's talk that everyone wants him. Arsenal are one of those teams that want him. Obviously, Newcastle have all the money in the world. They want him. Aston Villa said they want him. West Ham want him. Like, what's he doing this? He's going to leave. He's not going to stay in Rome forever. He's mad young. Do you think he will make it to the World Cup squad? And do you think he will stay in Roma, or is he gone after this season?
Bro, first off, the English bias is real. Gareth
Yes, it
Southgate
is.
needs to relax. He needs to relax. He needs to check out some of these boys and what they did over in the Serie A this last season. So in my opinion, so if I was Tammy Abraham, I'm riding with Jose Mourinho for at least another season. Where do I go after this?
Keep in mind, he's an Arsenal fan as a boy. He grew up liking Arsenal. So.
I don't. No. It's for me. Like, if I'm his advisor, you're doing another season in Roma. You don't want to be a one and done. You have an opportunity to do a little bit more for this team. And after that, you're not coming back to England just yet.
Okay.
You're either going to the Bundesliga or you're going to Spain.
Wow.
Yeah, bro. The English. They don't deserve you right now. They disrespected you, man. You did this is how I feel. You balled out at Aston Villa, and they recognize that. You did some other stuff at some championship teams, but you're coming back to the Premier League. You don't want to come back and be like a career striker in the Premier League. Like, you want to come back and you want to play for one of the big clubs. Like, you could play for Arsenal, but you got to make sure they get through the struggles. You got to make sure they get through the struggle season first. See what moves they make. See what else they got going. You want to be the catalyst. You don't want to be the first one to go. Okay. There might be an opportunity. I personally love to see you come back and put that blue kit on. Come put on that blue.
No way. Not after the way they did. What's his name? Not after the way they did. Jeez.
Lukaku.
I wouldn't. That's just bad. That's just. But anyway, keep going. Sorry.
It was bad, but and the way they kicked him out to let Lukaku come in. They're like, yo, we're gonna need that shirt, dog. Take that shirt off on your way out.
Yeah.
So maybe not, but I wouldn't. I mean, it would have to be Arsenal, or if I'm being honest, Liverpool or a Man City. Like, I wouldn't play for Man U.
No.
And I would definitely don't go play for Spurs. Like, I feel like if you go play for Spurs, you're just resigning to the fact, I just want to live in London and I never want to win. Like, at least Arsenal's winning FA Cups.
I'm a big London fan.
Arsenal's winning FA Cups. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, that's, they're
That's
winning.
So
they are winning
That's
something.
So funny. You're
they
right.
Are competing. Like, they got heart.
That's funny. I think you're right. He stays 1 more year at Rome, though. I think. I don't know.
You saw Jose Mourinho was in tears. You think he's going to let him leave?
He's not going to let him leave. Also, like, this is just the beginning. This was take one, So you got to now stick with Jose Mourinho. I think that Roma is smart enough too. Now people are going to be like, okay, like, he's there. He still got it. Roma's winning stuff. It's Rome. I mean, Rome is an amazing city. Let's do this. I think you're right, though. Like, the London boys or the English boys do want to be back in England and playing in the Premier League. You can't fault them for that. It's home. It's one of the, if not the best leagues in the world. But you're right. Like, he's still young. Take your time. You've seen Italy. Maybe now see out Spain or see, Germany. But
yeah,
I don't want to.
That would be my advice.
All right.
Yeah, and I mean, the whole Rome part, man. I mean, I give credit to Tammy Abraham for being brave enough to be like, you know what, I'm gonna go to a different league. I can only imagine what Jose Mourinho was saying to him on the phone. I saw him running around Chelsea Academy as a kid.
Yeah,
he's like, listen, man, like, you come, like, as I feel like coaches do, and like, this is just the example of what happens when a coach gets the player they want. He's like, man, Tammy, I want you to come to Rome and help me show them what we're about. Like, that you were rejected, I was rejected.
Right.
I love you. You're my son. Now we have a UEFA Conference League title. Sure, it's the third tier European Cup, but like you said, they're just getting started, and it's a trophy.
Yeah.
And they did it. And and the season was, and also I don't know where they finished in the season, in the table, but like, okay, but that was nothing to sneeze at. Like, they I'm not a Roma like fan, but I am impressed with what Roma did, and I respect it. And yeah, I mean, like if they were to go on and compete for a top 4 position, do well. I think they qualify for Europa League now since they won the Conference League. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, make a run there. Yeah, man, I'm all about it. But that's my advice for Tammy.
All right.
Don't come back to England. Don't come back to England unless it's for a top tier club that you're going to get. I mean, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Arsenal. Like if Arsenal, for example, went out, and I don't know who they were thinking about signing, but if they went out and made like a bunch of like let's say 4 or 5 like solid signings to like make sure like the Spurs never see fourth again.
Yeah.
Sure. Go join Arsenal. And there will be absolutely zero love lost from me. I'll buy your jersey. Because Chelsea should have never sent you. They should have never sent you on a transfer.
That is just disrespectful,
in my opinion.
From Thomas
Tuchel. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's my opinion, man.
All right.
Look out for yourself.
I like it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you have time for one more quick question?
Yeah, what you got?
Just one last one. Obviously, like we talked about earlier, Mbappe signed. When is he leaving? Is he just going to do those 2, 3? Is he going to stay 2, 3? Is he going to stay longer? Like when do you think he's leaving? Because he's not a lifer, right? He's not going to stay in Paris forever.
No, he's not. Okay. He's not a lifer. So in my opinion, there's 3 objectives, and as soon as those 3 objectives are met, he's gone.
All right.
And it could take 2 years. So 1, all-time goal scorer, not Cavani off, right? Okay, that's check 1. Check 2, win the Champions League. Check 3, win the Club World Cup.
Oh, you're giving that much weight to the Club World Cup? Okay.
I mean, listen, Chelsea won 2 trophies this year, and that was one of them. Yeah. All right. They won. We won 2 trophies. Chelsea, they ain't good. Yo, listen, they could never be Spurs. They won 2 trophies this year. Okay, they won just as many trophies as Liverpool, so suck it. Okay, I shouldn't have said that. I'm bleeping that out. That's problematic. But I forgot what I was saying now. Oh, yeah, but no, just for the club, just so PSG can say like we won every major trophy that there is to have had. Yeah. And then once Mbappe can say like I've delivered them every single trophy, Coupe de France, Uber Eats Ligue 1, Champions League, Club World Cup, and then like whatever the competition is between the Europa winner and the Champions League winner.
Yeah, I forget what that is. So
let's just call it the Super Cup.
Super Cup,
so, yeah, those, and then he's out.
Okay, so last thing is he has 217 to Cavani's 301 goals. What's that, 2 years, 3 years?
He could do it in 2. So is that in all competitions or just the league?
That's everything, from what I can tell.
Okay, so he has 217?
217 to 301.
So basically he has to score about 80 goals, give or take.
Because I think in the league it's 200 to 163 if these stats can be, but he's basically, you could say he's behind by 80-ish goals.
Yeah. Yeah, he can do that in 2 years. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. In all competitions?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think like for him, to hit 40 goals, and and if not, if it takes him 3, then he'll probably sign an extension. Because I don't think Paris will ever want to be in a position where they let him go for free.
For free, you're right.
And there's probably an understanding in here where it's like you're never going to leave for free. Like when we've decided or you've decided that the project is over, we're going to sell you, and you're going to have 2 years left on your contract because we're going to extend you.
Right.
And at least get 150 out of it, or something,
Cool.
Because there's no release clause, so
no, right?
At least right now, there's no release clause. But it's not like Barcelona, they grabbing guys like Pedri and Ansu Fati, giving them $1 billion release clause. It's like
Barcelona,
just don't give them a release clause.
Yeah, he's literally priceless.
Yeah, because they're gonna say PSG, oh, they come up and give them $1 billion right now. Like, you know, president of the league is going to be pissed. And Pedri's going to be like, I'm going to Paris.
Yeah. Barca's like, we'll take that $1 billion.
Yeah, exactly. Happily.
Happily.
Yeah. Which, more power to him. I take it too, Everybody, Samuel and Titi, here you go, man. We just going to pay all that money that we spread out over, we put you on a 12-year contract. we got you we got you on the staff here until 2030. We just going to pay you out. You can go back to France now. We don't need you around anymore. Shout out to Umtiti for being
seriously
willing to do what he needed to do to help his team. It's the least he could do because he I feel like that was the least he could do because he's not even playing or he doesn't even want to play. It looks. I don't know. I can't say that, but anyway. All right, man.
All right, that was good. Oh.
Yeah, guys. So yeah, if you made it this far in the cast, we appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out with us all season long. We'll probably get into some summer episodes here as these transfers start to warm up towards the end of June. I guess we were about a month out, but the rumors probably start kicking up now. I mean, they started last night. So yeah, we'll be back sooner than you know. But in the meantime, have a good summer. Brooks, I've never saluted you. I don't know why I did that.